Hello, welcome to Independent Work Time. Independent Work Time is a place and a time where your students can work on things by themselves or collaboratively with groups if need be. Independent work time, we know, should occur about 30 to 45 minutes per day, depending on your time schedule. And it should either be somewhere during your reading block, once again, depending on your time. Students at this time should be involved in meaningful activities that revolve around the 5 core reading and writing standards and components of your reading program. So, what are the rules, right? The rules should be visible at all times during this time period and kid-friendly in student language to where when you debrief after the lesson, students can refer to it back and forth. Here are a couple of rules that I have. Here's a couple that I've seen in classrooms before, but your choice, your classroom, you decide what rules you want. So I know with your class you're on phase two, but I kind of want to back up a little bit to make sure we can plan and make sure you have everything you need to go back and forth through the phases. There are 4 phases, we know, and we always can come back if we need to refine it. Usually there's about 1 to 2 weeks for each phase. Step 1, the rules. Step 2, reviewing, monitoring, give them a little more to do, and a choice maybe. 3, continue to build the more activities they must do and the choices so they can have multiple things that they're capable of doing independently. And then step 4, continuing to differentiate learning. Step 5, review and follow through.
You've already figured out that you can read those and that you like those. But if you're finished with those, or you're almost finished with those, or if you need a new book, then you'll come to the classroom library, you'll choose one. Today is to walk around and see that you have followed the procedures well. I want to hear what you thought about workshop time, what you liked about it. I also want to know what we can do better for tomorrow. Well, it's time to start our workshop today, and as you see, I have our workshop menu up on the board for us. You notice that I have must-dos and I have may-dos, and there's nothing here. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. First, the must-dos. Today, there are 2 things you have to do in workshop. The first is fluency practice. All of you have your fluency folders. You know the procedure. You open your fluency folder at your desk. You practice those words and you learn how to decode every single word on that page. When you think you're ready, when you think you know all of the words on that page, then you're ready for a partner to test you. You're ready to then go to the chart for a partner. You'll be able to test each other using the clock and giving each other a lot of encouragement. That's the first part of workshop. Everyone will do that. You're ready to then go from this activity to this activity in a smooth, deliberate, and focused way. We'll do it without talking to one another. We'll do it without playing. We'll do it with the idea that we are independent learners, and independent learners are serious about what they do. Independent learners have a purpose. Everything they do in class has a purpose, has a reason. So, from fluency practice, we'll go to our seats and we'll take out our writing folders. Those are the 2 must-dos today. Okay? And remember I told you I'd talk about this? Now I'm going to talk about it. When you show me that you can complete this like an independent learner, and you can transition, move from here to here like an independent learner, then I'm going to add some neat things here for you to do on your own next workshop time. Understand? Ready? Let's go.
Tell me when to start. Go. Once upon a time, there was a little red hen who worked very, very hard. One day, the little red hen called to her friends, I have some wheat. Bill.
I enjoyed watching you work. I saw a lot of people busy, a lot of people interacting, and I saw, more importantly, some peers getting together and checking each other's fluency rates. So any news, any good news, anybody increased in their fluency today, anyone on a new story?
So that was the overview. Now, phase one. Since you're already in the phase one, let's go ahead and review it. For this small activity, I want you to think of all your must-dos and your resources that you have in your classroom and all your may-dos that you can have your students do in the classroom. Remember, sometimes a choice could be a book. It doesn't have to always be a must-do. Your reading materials, think of all your writing materials, paper and pencil activities, cross-curricular activities, exploration, research, references, as well as students maybe recording themselves using technology. The possibilities are endless. Here are a couple of review ideas. So step one builds independence, whole group instruction, just so you can monitor to see how it's going. And the number one thing I said we must always do is debrief with your kids. After the lesson, you talk about with the rules posted what went well, what didn't go so well. What are some things we can improve for next time? All right, I look forward to seeing you in phase two after you do the must do activities, your choices, and get your rules written.